Hey everybody, this is Buddy here. We're back with more Wildstar. Admittingly, this is going to be post-commentary for this episode because while I did figure out how to fix the sanity issue, I apparently can't do that if I already have exported the sound off of Audacity. So, with that said, I had to scrap the audio that I had done for this episode, and now that's why I'm doing post-commentary. Hopefully that explains that. But anyway, this episode, it's an interesting episode. I do quite a lot of quests. I bitched about how many fucking quests I had, that's for sure. I also complained to myself about how I noticed, or was saying in the episode a lot. So I guess I'm kind of happy that I had to do post-commentary because now I don't have to have all those ums in it. But I don't really like doing post-commentary because I find it actually more difficult to do on a live gameplay thing that I'd done a little while ago, but I don't know, it's just, I don't know. Anyway, so I forget to do one of these quests while going in there. I was like, hey, where is this quest at? Where is this quest at? It's like, what the fuck is this shit? And I'm like trying to figure it out, and I ended up figuring out eventually. Do I do it right now? Yeah, I do it right now. Okay. So yeah, I look at my quest log. It's like, what is this? Dungeon? Bullshit. Get rid of it. I don't want it. I'm not doing it. Because I was bitching about how, yeah, the time before this episode, I tried to do dungeon and I sat in queue for a couple hours. And if you've seen the last episode, you've already heard me bitch about that. So you don't need to hear me bitch about it again. And then for some god awful reason, I'm going off in the complete other direction to do scientist things rather than, oh wait, no, I do a little bit of questing. But yeah, I dick around so much in this episode, it's ridiculous. I end up accomplishing all the quests out here though, so there is that to look at. And in the last episode, which I'm recording this after I finished up the second and third episode for this week, the last episode, I was sad that I didn't actually get to complete all that I did. Oh man, am I gonna go scan that right now? Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it? Do I do it this episode or do I do it later? I don't remember. God, this sucks trying to like look at post commentary because you know what's gonna happen and you just Anyway, so I think this one will finish up my jabbit scanning thing. And is that all that I do here, or do I start scanning the things? Do I scan that? Do I scan that? Come on, tell me if I scan it. I probably scan its body, right? Probably. But yeah, when you scan these things, it gives you a 60% strength increase. Now you have to keep in mind, there is no strength stat in Wildstar. There's brutality. And I don't know if it's brutality and they just never changed the nameplate of it, or what, but whatever. I don't understand it. You only get that buff when they're alive, though, so scanning it when it's dead, and my scan bot died, so I was bitching him. I was like, God damn it, scan bot, why do you always have to fucking die? Why can't you let me respawn you? Because I can scan it, and then it would be good. Anyway, so there is that as well. Let's see. Do I go scan it now? Do I? I don't know. There's huge suspense. No, I don't scan it. God damn it. Alright, so apparently I'll scan that in the second episode. You'll understand what I'm talking about then. And I wish I could, like, man, I'm so upset that it didn't work out because I was, like, so planning to have the thing be really silly and have another silly episode that I could show. I mean, even though I'd literally be sitting there for hours waiting on it. But whatever. I think I talked about it at the start of the third episode, because I think I ended off the second one with it, but I don't remember. I really don't. I have a terrible memory. Even though I literally just did stuff like 20-30 minutes ago, I've already forgotten all of it almost. I remember the general gist of what I'll do, but that's pretty much it. Anyway, so I was like, oh hey, a buff, let's get it, even though I don't really need it anymore, so. Let's see. I talked about the commanders or the red guys around here. I was like, yeah, I don't want to necessarily fuck with them right now, so yeah. And I was like, ooh, what's this? And it's like, ooh, hey, red. Oh, hey, a warbot. Oh, wow, you think that thing would get destroyed? And no, I think that's next. Anyway, so I ended up killing that sometime in the near future. I don't remember when. Because it's a quest thing. Everything is quests related that I can kill generally. And yeah. Anyway. I also want to give... Did I get... Bink, if you're still watching my shit, you should leave a comment or poke me on Skype. Because I actually want to know if you're still watching my stuff. I know you've been online for the past few days, which is very nice to see you around. I should actually talk to you in game rather than like giving you a call out on YouTube. But I don't always think about everything I do. Anyway, so here I pull a couple things together because one thing I realized, like, yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna AoE everything down and rah! And yeah, that's really loud. But yeah, if I don't think I've mentioned it, but if you notice this episode has better audio than the last couple, well, you'd actually be happy to know that I finally figured out how to use Audacity properly and get rid of that little bit of static sound, which I'm really happy to do because I was really mad that I just couldn't figure out how to do it. Oh, hey, I got the quest now. Alright, so this quest is the quest to kill them all. So, that is nice, because now I have to kill these guys, which really helps, because, yeah, getting your kill quest early helps a lot. Who would have guessed? Anyway, so it's weird. I'm watching my video on Windows Movie Maker and not Windows Movie Maker, Windows Media Player, and for some reason the video is kind of small, which makes no sense because it should be like full screen, but whatever. Anyway, so I'm destroying mines and started a challenge, which I do the challenge if I recall correctly, because I was like, you know what? Why not? Actually, let's see. Oh, so that's the gimmick with it. Okay. When I was doing the episode, well, you'll see in a bit. And I wasn't sure how it completed quickly. I thought maybe it just ran out of time. I wasn't honestly watching, which I very well could have. And I wouldn't have noticed the difference. But the challenge is defuse them without being hit. And I ended up stepping over one here in like 30 seconds. Spoilers! Like, it really matters about a goddamn challenge. If I was spoiling, like, the main plot storyline, then I think I'd be a little bit issue with it. But, I'm actually gonna try to do a story plot thing in the near future and talk about the storyline and see if I can't get a couple other people that are lore junkies like myself together. I know at least one person that I'm sure would want to do it. Oh, here's where yeah, there you go. I failed to get completed because I stepped on a mine. I was like, oh, huh. I was like, oh. I was like, hey, that shit's pretty nice. I was like, oh, this sword's pretty nice. I want this. And I click it and roll on it, and let's see if I'll get it. And then, meanwhile, I have to kill cowards because they're hiding like little bitches. And I get supplies because I didn't get the sword. I'm very sad about that. So, yep. Let's see, how much? A couple more minutes left in this episode. Not that bad. And I was like, oh, hey, there's Commander. I don't want to fuck with him. Please don't aggro him. And I end up getting a sword in the near future, and I actually did not notice its new skin until I logged off. I was like, really, buddy? You didn't notice the skin? You didn't comment on it? It actually looks pretty cool. Keep an eye out for it. It's like next episode, I think. Maybe this episode. End of this episode, or midway through next episode, or something like that. Anyway, so I freed this dude. I continue onwards to victory, which seems to be my normal thing. Whenever I say continue onwards, I will always say to victory. I don't understand why. It's just one of those little weird things of mine. It's blah 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 blah. Anyway, apparently English fails me. So yeah, this is great. I'm actually kind of sad that the defile drop is not gonna be until November, because then I can't really reliably get in the I actually don't know if they added defile back to the PTR. I should check that. I know I have a patch to download on it, but I'll have to check that. Anyway, I do want to go on the PTR, and if the defile shit's on there, I do want to go ahead and check out the one thing, the Dracera Spire thing. I want to check it out. Which I know you guys in this episode won't really understand that, but if you're like an avid player, you know who Dracera is already, all that kind of stuff, you'll understand. Whereas people that haven't really played the game completely, you guys won't know that for probably another like 30, 40, 50 episodes. Which is kind of sad because I'm not going to be able to get to it, the Dracera stuff, for quite a long time. This is going to be a very long series. I will tell you that right now. This series is going to be very, very long because of the fact that I only do 12 to like 18-minute long episodes, and it's going to take a lot of time to clear all the zones up to that point. It's just one of those things. It's going to take time, but you know, I don't mind it being that long because I don't foresee myself quitting the game anytime soon. And if I do quit the game, then I can just turn off my subscription for this and not really have to worry about paying for it because there's cred. I can just farm money, which is really easy to do. It takes time, but it's easy to do, and I can just do that to be able to pay for the game, and I can keep the series going even though I quit the game. Unlike like Final Fantasy XIV, how I quit the game and the series ended. That was also due to the fact that I had stopped enjoying the game because of all the shit that went down, and yeah, so I think at this point I was bitching, and it's like, I've killed all these exile people, and I've only gotten 19% of the quest done. What is this bullshit? And yeah, so it ends up going actually much quicker than I thought it did, though. I will say that much, because next episode I completed it completely, and it goes quicker, actually. Even right there, you can see that it went from 19 to 55%. I mean, there's just an example of what happened. And I apologize for the whole sound if you can hear me drinking, because I needed to take a drink. So I went ahead and take a drink. And I also noticed that I'm smacking my lips a lot lately, and I don't understand why. Anyway, here I'm like, where's this last spot for the turret? I need to spawn the stupid turret so I can end the episode, and I can't find it. And I try to mount, and I'm like, why am I in combat? Whatever, I'll just /reload UI before the next episode, and it'll fix it. So something underground is like bugged and aggro on me. I'm like, oh hey, there it is. So I finally start moving this way. Do I aggro anything? I don't think I aggro anything. But anyway, so I plopped this down, and then I did my little bit of quote-unquote outro. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully you guys like this episode. Oh hey, there's the sword that I get. I end up using next episode, I think. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you tomorrow.